Bill of Rights. What is the Bill of Rights? The Bill of Rights is the first 10 amendments of the United States. It is also often called the Fundamental Rights or the Charter of Rights. These rights were ratified December 15, 1791. They were both written and ratified by the Founding Fathers as a basis of rights that the citizens of the United States are born with, also known as birthrights. They were primarily proposed by anti-federalists so the government wouldn't become a dictatorship or a monarchy. The rights of the people. It is vital as a citizen of the United States that you are aware of these rights, as they are in place to protect you, your property, and your rights. The following amendments, known as the Bill of Rights, were ratified in 1791. The First Amendment is the foundation of America, the cornerstone. This amendment gives Americans the freedom of speech, religion, and protest. This means you can say anything as long as it doesn't cause harm, believe anything, literally anything, a spaghetti monster, and protest when you think something isn't just. Not exaggerating, there was a religion made in 2005 to protest free expression in public schools, literally made to worship a flying spaghetti monster. The Second Amendment allows Americans to own weapons, the right to bear arms. This amendment was created for Americans to protect themselves from others and the government. This is debatably the most controversial amendment in recent times, as the Congress tries and fails to introduce stricter gun control. The Third Amendment might sound weird now, but the quartering of soldiers is banned. That is when soldiers will come live in your house or residence against your will. But even though it sounds weird now, it was important back when the Bill of Rights was written, as the British soldiers would do this pretty often during the Revolution, and you couldn't do anything to stop it. The Fourth Amendment protects you from unreasonable search and seizures by police officers and government officials. This means you cannot be searched or arrested or have your things taken without a warrant. This may save you in the future. The Fifth Amendment protects against self-incrimination, and it also ensures due process of law. It also entitles compensation if private property is taken by the government. A good example of this is when somebody is being questioned by the police, they will invoke the Fifth to keep them from incriminating themselves. If you are ever being questioned by the police without a lawyer present, it is highly recommended you invoke your Fifth Amendment right to not speak. The Sixth Amendment ensures the right to a speedy trial and an impartial jury if you are accused of a crime. A good example is Gideon v. Wainwright, when the Supreme Court established the right to counsel of all criminal defendants regardless of severity of crimes. Before Gideon, many people were convicted without legal representation. The Seventh Amendment is the right to a trial by jury. If the jury is not present, then the case will be re-examined by the Supreme Court. This is used in every trial across the country that exceeds $20 in value. This was put into place to protect you from wrongful conviction. The Eighth Amendment of the Bill of Rights defends you from cruel and unusual punishment, as well as excessive fines. A recent example where somebody exercises this is Timms v. Indiana, where the Supreme Court rules that excessive fines are prohibited under the Eighth Amendment. The Ninth Amendment gives you other rights to the people that aren't specifically listed in the Constitution. Obvious rights, such as being allowed to roam freely or breathe or eat food. An example is in the Supreme Court ruling on Roe v. Wade, which gave women the right to privacy. In recent years, the 10th Amendment has also been highly controversial due to the overturning of Roe v. Wade. The 10th Amendment establishes federalism. It gives the states individual rights that divides power of the federal government and the power of the states. This is used every day in how states enforce laws separately from one another. This allows certain things to be legal in one state but not in others, such as marijuana use for recreational purposes. The Bill of Rights guarantees you these rights as amendments to the Constitution, and nothing can take them from you. The only way these can be removed is a constitutional amendment, which is very unlikely as it requires a 2/3 majority in the Congress, and I don't believe that'll happen anytime soon. Remember, it is essential that you know these rights and have them memorized, for one day they may save you from being wrongfully arrested.